Hey guys, I made a POE video a little bit ago, maybe a couple weeks, and I had a lot of people asking, or making comments really, not really asking, but there was a couple questions about how did I get this many characters with limited game time to this level, right? And so this is my league so far. Obviously, the league's been out a while. It's not that hard to do, but one of the things that I wanted to do was there's a lot of people who were like, "Oh yeah, Gamer Dad, but he's got 590s." And just so you guys know, I'm going to show you really quickly that if you have limited time, the exact strategy that I use to do a good job at being efficient while playing games, right? I think the hardest thing for a lot of people who maybe have limited time to play or have jobs or kids or whatever is being effective and not wasting time when you're going. So the first thing that I do, to be honest with you, is I watch YouTube videos. When I'm doing cardio or working out or driving or whatever, to work and back and all over the place, like I have like a 30-40 minute drive time. Typically I spend about an hour in the car every day at least. And so during that time, I don't just like listen to music. Like I listen to stuff so that I get better at stuff, right? And one of the things that I do that with is like I do that in life, I do that with my work, but I also do that with video games. And I want to show you guys basically how you can level fast. And so the first thing is obviously if you go watch like if you just type in POE2 like speed running tips, there's like I know Rax has a video. There's some of the guys who do the crazy speed leveling in like 3 hours through the campaign or 4 hours, whatever it is. Like, obviously, I don't know, like, I don't remember all that stuff or how to do all that stuff, but there's tips and tricks in there to level. But once you have an alt, having an alt makes it super easy. So I'm going to share with you guys exactly my strategy of how and when I start an alt. Okay. So the first thing is I always want to get to at least 5 divines. Okay. So step one is get 5 divines on your starter, your league starter, whatever it may be. Okay. You want at least 5 divines. Now I put probably about 10 into this character because it's my newest one and the league's at wherever it's at. But basically once you have 5, you're going to have 4 of them for gear. The other thing that I recommend is always having about 100 exalted orbs. So once you have 100 exalted orbs, 5 divine, you're basically good to go. Okay. And the reason is very simple is when you start, you can obviously buy from, the guys in, you do the first thing, you go to Act 1, I'll show you, right? I'll just go through and show you, right? That's the point of a fucking video at this point. This is how I've been playing Torchlight. So, because the new season just came out. But basically, this is how you do it. So you get to the first act, and there's always guys that you can buy and sell gear from based on how much... Like, right, like if you're not buying a ton of gear, it's super easy. So you just like you save it through your main guy, and then when you go through alts, you have this at every act. You'll have a different amount, and you can buy like weapons, you can buy rings, trinkets, belts, whatever. You can buy anything, and so you start by buying that and just crafting, 1, 2, 3 with your transmute aug and your regal, right? Like you don't really need to do more than that, especially during leveling, just to try to get some decent stuff to get you through. Obviously move speed, huge component. That's step one. The second thing you do is once you get to basically through the first 2 trials, right? So once you get through the trial of chaos, I go into trade chat. Okay. So if you go over here, trade chat's right here, just make sure it's highlighted. I turn it off when I'm not using it, but basically you go into trade chat and you look and you're just looking while you're playing. Every once in a while it'll say selling the rest of your ascendancies for 1 divine. That's why you have 5, right? So 1 divine is for that. So then you go through, you have someone carry you through, and then you're going to get all 8 ascendancy points. This makes leveling way faster, okay? Because you have all of your points, and you don't have to worry about it, and you pay to divine. Yes, you pay to divine. Could you do it yourself? Sure. But again, remember, we're trying to go for speed and for efficiency while we play because we have a limited amount of time to play. Okay, so that's the next step. Then once you're done with that, okay, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to get through the campaign, and you're typically in the 60s, right? Somewhere in the 60s is basically where you end the campaign. So from there, you can start with maps. But what you really want to get to, okay, is your goal is to get to basically... there's 2 tiers where you upgrade your gear. When you first get into endgame, upgrade your gear, right? So you can get level 60 weapons. Level 65 is a really good level. There's 59, right? Like 56. So basically, you can get good enough gear for and spend maybe 2 to 20 exalts per piece. Obviously, weapons and chest, I tend to spend a little bit more on. Movement speed on my boots, just so that I can move fast, hit hard, and go through. Okay, that will carry you to basically level 82. At level 82, you can spend your divines and actually upgrade your gear to like your, I don't want to say your end game gear because there's always tons of chase items, but basically enough to where you can get through T15. Right, you can comfortably do T15 on 4 divines or less on every character that you do, unless you're playing some stupid build that you have no business playing and requires 200 divines. No, but that's why when you're watching YouTube videos of builds, check and see how much is this really going to cost, right? Like, and you'll be able to tell. But basically, that's how you do it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into your maps and you're going to run, obviously, once you get into maps, even if it's level 10, level 12 maps, okay, there's going to be these. And I probably did them all, but I'm going to show you what you're looking for. So on your atlas, you are looking for, this is how much I play, right? Like this is all old stuff, pre-patch. This is what you look for. Untainted Paradise. This is the exact map, actually. So for my guy, the next thing I would be doing, honestly, is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go run this to get him to level 90. But when you're level 60 or 65 or 70, if you can do a level 10 or 12 map, they don't drop anything. They just literally have 300. I've seen anywhere from 250 to almost 400% experience on these maps. I went from level 72 to 76 in one map. Okay, so what I do on my main account is I go through and I make sure that these maps are basically ready. So if I wanted to level another alt, I would go through and, clear out 1, 2, 3, and I'd find another one, and I'd clear out 1, 2, 3, find another one, clear out 1, 2, 3, and I would mark them with bookmarks. So on my map, once I hit level 65, 70, whatever, I would go through and just could easily plug these maps in, and you're going to level super fast. Like it will take you, if you actually sat down and had this prepared properly, you could get from level 65 to like level 85 in 2 hours if you set up 5, 10 of these maps, like no problem. Right now, yes, does it take a little bit of time on your first account to kind of get all this set up? Yeah, but you're farming gear anyway. You're farming currency anyway. So while you're farming currency, if you know you're a person who likes to play alts, set it up. If you know you're a person who likes to play endgame, do it different, right? Like I'm just telling you, it's not like there was a few comments that were like, guys, it's not that hard to get it. And then there was a bunch of comments like, oh, Gamer Dad has 590s or 490s and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't take that long. Once you get through the campaign, it's literally simple. Like I have all these guys level 88, 89, 90, 90, 92, right? Like it just is what it is, right? So like, don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just use your brain and be efficient and know how the game works. So like I've played this game since it launched. Like I know that there's maps that give you a crap load of XP. So if I want to level, I'm going to do XP maps, right? If I want to do endgame, as you saw before, right? Like there's obvious places where if I was sitting here trying to do like the hardest shit in the game and make as much currency as possible, I'm not going to do Untainted Paradises. I'm not going to do these blank maps, right? I'm going to scroll back over here to pre-patch where I have this map with, the Elon 6 things on it. I have, like, look at all this. Like if I plugged 0 revive triple tablet maps in these, I would make a lot of money. I mean, look at all this. Like, and a lot of them I put experience on too. That's the other thing, is your tablets can have experience. So if you're doing Untainted Paradise and you have experience tablets, because you can get like 6, 7, 8, 9% experience per map, and you have 3 of those, you can get 20 to 30% more experience. So you times all that up, it's not complicated. So that's how I do it every time. So when I get experience tabs or experience tablets, I just literally put them in my stash, right? And then like I don't think I have many anymore. Yeah, I still have a few, Maybe. Yeah. So this one's 7%. This one's 5%. I was using this one. This one's 6%. This one's 8%, right? And then obviously, if you use irradiated, the levels of the mobs are higher. So you're going to get more experience, right? So it's if you do the things to get experience and you're stacking them, it becomes very easy. You don't have to be a pro. Like I'm an idiot at these games. All I do is I follow other people's builds. Like legitimately every single character I have, it's not like I'm creating these builds. When I'm doing cardio at the gym, I'm literally looking through and I was like, let's see, like literally this is Steel Mage, Fub Gun, Ghazi. I don't remember which guy I found this one on. And then this one was basically Palestron. And that's the builds I play. So like I'm just finding good gamers who, hey, this is what we're doing for league start. I go, oh, that build looks dope. And then once I get one up and running, I go to the next one. And when I get that one done, I go to the next one. And when I get that one done, I go to the next one. And when I get that one done, I go to the next one. And then as soon as I get bored, if I want to quit playing at that point, I quit playing. If I want to level another alt, I will set up my thing ahead of time so that way once I hit endgame, I'm good. Like it doesn't take that long. And so realistically, guys, you could put a very minimal amount of time into this game if because you only have a limited amount of time. Like if I only played one character, yeah, I'd have a ridiculous character. But like I don't like how Delirium looks in every map. I don't really care about like killing all the Uber bosses 100,000 times and like I just don't. Like I think the leveling in this game is fantastic, and I think there's so many fun builds, and they're so different to play that I enjoy that. Obviously, in the next patch when they fix the end game, if that's what they end up doing, cool. I'll probably make a tune where I'm hardcore in the end game next patch, so I probably won't have 5 alts, right? But this league, it's super fun. It's super easy. I'm learning the acts. I'm learning the interludes. I know how to run through them. I've played every single league or every single patch that's came out. I've re-leveled multiple tunes. So like I'm efficient at the game and I study before I act. I don't just go into the game and, fuck around and then you guys are like, oh, yeah, must be not. No, it's really easy. You just do homework, and then that way when you play, you actually are like excited because you're like, okay, when I get in, I got to do this and this and this and this, and you have like a list of shit to do. Like I don't know if you guys have ever watched Quinn stream, but Quinn typically, like when he's playing these games, he'll like, especially POE, like he's like, all right, today guys, I want to do this and this and this and this, and he has like a list of things he's accomplishing. And then that's how he ends up getting his tunes. I mean, outside of him dying to the monkey 37 times, right? Like outside of that, like he gets to the goals that he wants to get to on the character because he has a goal. Most people just log in and go, I'm just going to play games. Like that's cool. And if that's how you play, awesome. But I just wanted to share with you what I've learned since playing since launch, the efficiency. And so some of the comments on that other post, I was like, it's not complicated if you know what you're doing and if you take time, but I don't want to like I never reply to comments because I don't really want to have a conversation or get in an argument with people who make comments on YouTube videos. Like that's just kind of a life goal of mine. Like just don't do that. Like I have enough shit to deal with. But like I make these videos for fun and I play games for fun, but you have to remember I also, if you go back and look through my channel before I started restreaming again and everything else, I used to make World of Warcraft guides. I used to make mage guides. I was one of the top 100 US mages when I rated for like 2 expansions straight at one point, right? Like I've played video games my whole life. So I understand the logic, concept, how to do things like structure. I understand that YouTube exists. And so I use those things to be efficient and to be great. So when I do log in, I'm not, what's going on? I have no idea what's right. Like I don't do that. So even in Torchlight, I'm playing right now. I'm playing Down the Crown's Bing 2 build. Like why? Because the dude plays every league. He plays his ass off. He knows everything about the game. I don't know shit. I don't need to know everything. I can just follow what he's doing, and then I learn along the way, and I get better and better and better. But like that's all we're doing here. Same thing, just different game. right? So hopefully that helps you guys. Hopefully it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to understand how to do these things. And then, whenever you're leveling a new league, like this video should be usable basically forever. Is, if you're starting, you do your starter, you get 5, 6 divines, and one of them is for all your ascendancy points. You get through the campaign, you use the vendors to level up your gear. Obviously, you can use exalts throughout, and like there's different. When my guy starts to get weak, right, I will go buy gear off the auction house because I play softcore normal mode, right, and so I go do that, and then when I get to end game, I upgrade my gear. I go to the highest level that I can. I play a couple maps so that I know I'm good and I'm used to it, and then I go into Untainted Paradises with experience tablets, and I rock out 5 or 6 of those, and I'm level 85. Super, super simple. So, TLDR, that's how you do it. Hope you like this one. See you in the next.